Welcome back to the OSC Quarterly Update. I'm Pascal Korkis, Core Capital Fund, and this is our first property that we purchased in the OSC Rentals Fund. This is 166 17th Avenue. At the front building, we already remodeled the interior units, and the back building, we just finished the remodel. So let's check out the back building so you can see what does the quality of our work look like. You can tell the building looks significantly different than when we first started. Three of the portions of this building is already rented. We have one space available. Let's go inside and check it out. So this is what we call the studio side of the apartment. It's nice, cute, everything you need. Fridge, dishwasher, microwave. We're gonna put a cooktop on the top. It's gonna have everything a person needs to be able to live in downtown St. Pete, right by the water. In the utility room, we're gonna have water purification system and filter, so it's gonna have nice clean water throughout. So by the time you drink the water, it's triple filtered, double filtered and softened before you touch the skin. So if you look at this unit, honestly, it's beautiful, came out great. Now I want you to hear that noise. You hear the noise? Doors closed. Significantly less sound because our walls have spray foam in them. We have hurricane windows and hurricane doors. In between all the interior walls, we put batt insulation on the ceiling, the floors in between each floor, and the interior walls. So this helps reduce the noise and keeps the property very private and nice, quiet, relaxing space. We have a laundry unit that's gonna go in the corner. Everything you need. Our second property is 158 17th Avenue. This was the second property we purchased. We are waiting for the permits on this property. We're through the permit process right now for about 2 months. So we're hoping we get our permit anytime now. And the back building, we have our permit approved and we're waiting for to continue the framing, and then we'll move on to electrical, plumbing, and everything else. So as you can see, all the wood on the first floor has been replaced. As we uncovered the walls, we saw that there was a fire that took place previously. So to be safe, we upgraded all of the wood to 2x6s throughout the bottom floor, and we sistered all of the floor joists. We have a new supporting beam here. So as you can see, this is basically a brand new building. All new hurricane windows. We have hurricane straps around the whole building. And you can see more upstairs. And I love the high ceilings. I think that just really adds a lot of, it makes it feel very open. Again, we don't have a lot of size. Downtown living is smaller, but where you cannot have size, you have height. And these are how we're saving so much on insurance. Insurance for a building like this was about $4,800 to $6,000 a year. With these double straps, hurricane windows, hurricane doors, and all the tie downs that we're gonna be installing, metal strips from upstairs to downstairs, that helps the building be more hurricane resistant, which is saving us a ton of money on our insurance. Even though it's a 1920s building, we're getting significant discounts because of all the protection we're adding. Between things like this, the hurricanes and such, has added a lot of time to our project timeline, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're moving in the right direction. So a question was, how did we do in our last hurricane? Did we incur any damage? The answer is no, thank God. We didn't incur any damage during that period of time. What did happen because of the hurricane, every time there's a storm in Florida, it causes a lot of the labor force to go to the hurricane zone. So every time there's a hurricane, we lose a lot of labor and time because there's a lot more permits being submitted for properties that did get damaged. There's a lot more demand for labor to repair the flooded homes. So even though we were not impacted physically by any of the issues, we did impact our timeline and labor force with our projects. So I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I'm sorry that all the people that did get damaged during the storm. I am grateful and thankful that we're blessed enough to have very strong buildings that we've built properly, but it did negatively affect our timeline, which, you know, we have to work around that as much as we can. So all new plumbing, we're gonna have all new roof. It's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful building, and the same goes on to the rest for the rest of the properties. All new brand new everything in the buildings. So over there is our third property. It's 136 17th Avenue. It's a 4-unit property in the front and a single unit in the back. We are working on permits and drawings for that one. We are almost finished with the drawing phase, and we'll be submitting for permits probably in the next 2 weeks once we're finished the final touches on the drawing. Some unfortunate news, in the last 2 years since we started our fund, what happened is the fire department now requires there to be sprinkler systems in any building that has 3 units or more. So previous code, 2020, did not require it, but now we are required to put in sprinklers. So that is roughly an additional $40,000 to $50,000 to our budget. Unfortunate for the additional cost, but it is good to have a safer building, and it should help us even more with our insurance costs. But this is something that we're gonna have to plan accordingly to be able to budget for the additional cost of the sprinklers. And as I mentioned, we're improving all the roofs and the hurricane protection on the buildings. That's also an additional $30,000 to $40,000 per building. It's saving us significantly on the insurance side, but it does cost us a lot more money on the building. We are working on plans to address all of those additional costs. So more information coming. It'll look so good once all these buildings are done. Pool in the middle with the nice lighting. We're gonna put daisy chain lighting at night. This looks so nice. It's another beautiful day in Florida. We're now on our 4th property across the street from the other ones. We're here at 163, 165 17th Avenue. The front building is currently rented out. The back building is still under construction. As I mentioned earlier, we're required to put in sprinkler systems and fire alarms in the buildings that have more than 2 units. So we have to add that. That's caused a delay in our construction period. We're going through that right now, and God willing, we should be getting it shortly, the permits. So please pray for us, because it's basically an act of God to get permits today. We are heading in the great direction. Once we get this back building finished and the other ones over here, we should be 6 buildings completed out of the 12 we're looking to do. So it's exciting times where things are finally moving post-COVID, and we're getting a lot of good traction. So let's go on to our 5th property. Go ahead. We're now in front of 105 17th Avenue and 1630. This property was completely remodeled a year ago, all 4 units. About a month ago, one of our tenants did pass away. So in that period of time, we had to do a medical cleanup. We have now had that completed, and the property is now back together. We'll be looking for a new tenant shortly on that 4th unit. So currently 3 units are fully rented and functioning fully.